What is up, my friends, and welcome to another episode of the most annoying strategy in Starcraft 2. For today, I wanted to do some Battlecruiser rushes. However, we are playing against Boanan, who is a cannon rusher, so that means that we're gonna have to defend the cannon rush and then win with a Battlecruiser rush after. Sounds kind of doable, actually. I mean, it really depends on how the start is gonna go, of course. Now, where do I put my first depot? If you guys watched my, was it my last video? 2 videos ago, when I did the tournament recap thingy, you will have realized that I like putting my depots in absolutely random positions. So at the start of the game, it's the biggest question for me, guys. Where on earth do I put my depot? When you play against cannon rushers, it's even more different because, you know, cannon rushers like to attack the wall. So if you know someone only cannon rushes, you might as well just not build it in the wall at all, and then scout at some point to see if you're actually getting cannon rush. If you do that, you should probably play double gas, by the way, because if your opponents don't cannon rush, then, you know, you do want to have some units to kill adepts that are going to shade into your base, so that's what we're going to do. Now, can I go for a 1 base BC in response to a cannon rush? That is the question. Let's see if there's actually some kind of a cannon rush happening. There is a very early probe, and there is indeed a pylon already as well. What do I need to do next? Probably send one more SCV out here, I think. Build it over here or block it over here. Make sure he can't put down a cannon over there. There is the probe that's going to build the cannon, most likely. He was trying to distract me to get in here. That's what you want to do. You just want to make sure that he can't. So really quite simple to play against cannon rush. You just have to execute it properly. That's kind of... I mean, it doesn't sound as simple, right? But... okay, so there's a cannon. Then we're going to pull a couple of SCVs to deal with that cannon over here. Still got one following that one. Okay, so he's still... actually, I can... okay, this is going to look a little stupid. I'm just going to wall it off so he can't get in here. Hey, that's a really cool way to go about it. Look at that. Tell me that's not cool, guys. Oh my goodness. That is pretty freaking awesome. Okay, so I was going to get a cannon over there. You can actually cancel this one at this point. Wait, that one is... is it? Oh yeah, it is inside there. Yeah, okay. Oh, I don't know why I had too many chasing them over there. Reaper might have been a small mistake, by the way, actually. I think it would have been probably better to go for Marines here. Now, that cannon's still going to die. Do I need to do anything else here to defend this? The answer is no. But I do need to figure out how to get, you know, as ahead as possible, really. I think I'm going to go for the 1 base follow-up. Is he going to finish? He's going to finish the Zealot inside, right? Yeah, he is. Okay, so now, can I survive with these? That's the question. Okay, the jukes. No, oh wait. Oh, I actually lived a little longer than I was expecting. Yeah, I mean, he can try to go for the Reaper. He's not going to get that. Okay. So this SCV is actually going to live somehow, which is freaking crazy. Now that's going to die. Proxy starport is going to go down. Actually, as soon as the factory finishes. For some reason, I assumed it was finished already. Now, this SCV might still die to the next Zealot, but that would mean that he used... or he built 2 Zealots over here, which is really, like that, it's stuck. It's really not that great for him. You know, he's gonna lose 1 more Zealot to kill a 5 HP SCV that wasn't mining. Wouldn't say I'm necessarily a fan of that for him, but it is what it is. Now, I would expect that he's expanding behind this, because that is usually the way it goes. They get ahead economically, then they expand behind it. They can also, if they manage to get the cannons up, what they can do is they can build like Tempest or Void Rays in front of your base, right? But that's gonna take so much freaking damage. Look at this. Is it gonna die? I think it's gonna die, actually, guys. Oh, that is brutal. Man, this cannon rush has been absolutely slapped down. It's always, you know, I don't always show cannon rush games in the videos, because a lot of the times I just kind of pull my workers and kill it. This time we actually have a very fun experiment on our hand. But besides that, it's also nice to sometimes be able to give you guys a little tutorial, a little reminder on how to deal with cannon rushes. And once again, don't want to make it sound like it's super easy, but once you get the theory down, it does become a lot simpler. You just want to put your SCVs in the locations where they can build scary cannons, which is just, you know, places where the cannon is walled in and safe from your SCVs. If they build the cannon in the open area, you can just pull 3 or 4 SCVs to kill it. No biggie whatsoever. And then just make sure that they don't get to wall in the cannon. Even this cannon, if it was here, if it finished, it was a pretty meaningless cannon, because I already had enough units. Like, I wouldn't really take any damage from that otherwise. So that would have been completely fine. Now, let's see. It is indeed a Nexus, but okay, he didn't make cannons on the low ground. That's what I was expecting, to see a couple cannons on the low ground. I need to make sure it's not DTs, by the way, because I'm going for a BC, but I don't really have anything that can deal with the DTs, of course. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, now I'm going to go in, see if I can kill that sentry, perhaps. That's going to be ideal. Probably has a battery, if I had to guess. Yeah, oh, that's actually a shame. Almost got that. Oh, that sentry was a little bit too far forward. He has a Twilight Council. Ooh, he actually went for the 4. It kind of surprised me there. I mean, I can still kill one of those sentries. If I get the one with energy, that's going to be nice, yeah. The Hellions just do no damage against the sentries. It's brutal. At some point, sentries were light, and then they changed it. Can I get that? Yeah, okay, that's actually so worth it for me somehow. That's beautiful. Okay, so he has a forge. He has 2 gateways, soon to have 3, I believe, and he's gonna have blink. Yeah, this is not gonna be an easy one to make something happen with DTs here. Or sorry, with Battlecruisers. Because he does have the right tools to deal with it already. Is he gonna go across? No, he's not gonna go across. Okay. Thinking. What I'm thinking about now is that I could perhaps... Oh god, this is so stupid. I could perhaps wait for a second Battlecruiser, because if I go in with 1, he's going to be super prepared for it, I think. That is the problem, right? Now keep in mind, I killed both sentries. Those sentries were going to be his high ground vision. So he's not going to be able to have an observer over here anytime soon, or an hallucinated phoenix, right? Didn't see a robo, sentries died, so that is quite nice. So I can just siege his tank over here. Normally you don't want to do this because they just kill it from the low ground or blink on top or whatever, and then you cry. Was that, he already blinked? Oh, that's actually surprisingly fast after a cannon rush, I have to say. Not bad. Okay, so now we definitely have to go in with our BC. I don't really care about this bunker, to be honest. It's perfectly fine if that goes down. I don't think he has an enormous threat over here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move forward with these units in case he goes for the recall. Look at this. We're moving forward, so if he recalls, we might be able to get a stalker off the back. Oh, look. Oh, it's beautiful, guys. Oh, 3 stalkers. Oh, man, that is actually disgusting. How many stalkers are there? It's only... Did he not warp in after this? No, I get another BC. That one is going to teleport over there. He's warping in a couple more stalkers towards the main side, so I'm just going to fly away with this one. Second BC is in that base already. He's probably super surprised that I was able to have a second BC already so quickly after the first one appeared, because it's just not really supposed to work that way. I can keep going in here. GG is already called, and there you go. All right. I mean, fantastic warm-up game. Very fun. Taught you guys, refreshed your mind on how to defend cannon rush, and we were able to beat it with a Battlecruiser counter. Now, let's quickly see if this was a game that we were, quote-unquote, supposed to win. Gotta skip ahead a little bit further. So, yeah, actually it is. Okay, I mean, yeah, the biggest thing is that he doesn't have a robo yet, right? Like, normally you have a robo and a Twilight. He doesn't have a robo yet. So he doesn't have high ground vision. So I could have made the bunker a little earlier, but bunker and tank is enough to defend. Then the proxy Battlecruiser. Yeah, we were definitely actually ahead after this. So that is great. Obviously, not the most efficient way that you can think of to do with a cannon rush. But today is in a team of the Battlecruisers. Fantastic warm-up game. Let's keep it going. Game number 2 is going to be against Spirit 6538 MMR. Well, yeah, I'm going to do my best. That's all I can say. I don't know how many times we've played and beaten Spirit in these challenges. I think he's usually very difficult to get because he is a particularly safe player, I want to say. Really likes to play safe, passive games for the most part. So that is not going to be easy. I did remember that we once did get in with a proxy Thor drop, which was pretty funny. And not quite sure if we're going to be able to get in with the Battlecruiser rush though, but we'll see. Now, you guys might remember the time where I made a guide on the toxic build. I've since then done the toxic build many, many times. Sometimes successfully, sometimes not so much. Basically, what you do is you go for a Battlecruiser rush against Terran, and you just hide BCs until they move out, and then you teleport them all in his base. That's pretty much the way you play it. And it's a very stupid way to play, but sometimes it works. Ideally, you'll have an engineering bay. You start making turrets at home, right? That way that, you know, when the Ravens fly in and the Vikings and whatever, you can get a lot of value. And then hopefully your BCs can clean house, and that way you can win the game. That's pretty much the way it's gonna have to go. It can also, you know, draw out into a big macro game, but it's gonna be very, very difficult to win against someone of the caliber of Spirit. But we'll see. Either way, you know, if we get to play a fun, close game, that's already a dub for us, of course. Now, if we can ruin his day a little bit with a Battlecruiser rush, and that would be extra funny. I know that these days he's complaining about Protoss a lot, so I wonder if it's gonna do him good to have like another thing to complain about as well. You know, it's like he gets to feel a non-Protoss invoked emotion for once. You know, that would be pretty good. Yeah, I can relate to him though. I've also been definitely struggling a decent amount with Protoss. It's actually, I do think the meta would be good for players like him. It's just a very big, weird change in the meta where it seems like Terran is now the race that's becoming better in the late game against Protoss, whereas before you always really wanted to do a lot of damage. Now you still kind of want to do damage, but now it's not so much that you want to do damage so you can kill them with the follow-up push, but you want to do damage so you can survive into the late game. So it kind of created a shift where different kind of players are good in the matchup, which, I mean, it's always very interesting to see. Now, yeah, I'm going to be greedy enough. Let's just do it. I'm going to go for the Cyclone instantly. I was going to make a Hellion first, which is definitely the way safer option, by the way, but I don't know. For some reason, I just felt like getting that Tech Lab. Can I get away with making Marine? This is such an absurd build that I'm doing. Probably looks completely normal to you guys, but normally what you do is you go for a couple Reapers and Hellions. Here, I went for Marines and a Cyclone right away, just so I can, you know, save a little bit more gas for my build. Whenever you do a Battlecruiser rush, the main problem is that you just run out of money. Like, you don't have enough money to... Especially in TVT, by the way. Against Zerg and Protoss, you can do it somewhat safely. Against Terran, your Battlecruiser rush either sucks or... you know, you skipped money for it, so you can be a little bit greedy, I guess. You can get punished pretty easily with that. Now, let's see. I'm gonna get my Cyclone out, which is nice. He did SCV Scout, so it could mean that he went for a Reaper Expand, of course. That would probably be... Let's see. Yeah, okay, it was a Reaper Expand, else he wouldn't have a bunker. That would probably be the ideal scenario, I think, because then we're not going to get attacked. Let's put Cyclone over there. 2 Marines at the front. And what's so nice about this is that since he's playing Reaper Expand, I can pretty much... It's only 1 Marine, right? Yeah, I knew it. Okay. I can pretty much skip all units from this point on and just get my Battlecruiser out safely. Oh, wait, what? Did he... I think what he... Okay, no, I think I understand what he did. He tried to mind game me here. So what he did is he Reaper Expanded, I think. I really don't want to say it confidently. I think he Reaper Expanded and he wanted to try and bait me to go past his bunker with my early game attack. That's what he was trying to do there, funnily enough. This is actually going to be a very nice trade here for me. I'm going to lose a couple of workers here, but really not that bad. Let's try to... Okay, oh, that was almost a good micro there. I was trying to not activate the lock-on onto the low HP unit, so I could kill it first with an auto attack and then get a lock-on after, but it was barely not going to happen. Okay, so I'm going to get a Battlecruiser out here. Guess I might as well get Yamato right away. He's not going to have any more units to be aggressive with soon, so that is nice for me. I'm just going to keep these Marines out here, and then I suppose... I'll start making siege tanks already. I'm going to cancel these Marines over here. I'll just start building siege tanks, and then go for a 3rd command center. I think that is the plan. I do think we have to stick with the initial overarching plan, which is to save the Battlecruisers, because if I teleport them in right away, it's just kind of hard to see it happen, really. Okay, this is extremely greedy by him. Holy cow. That is kind of absurd, actually, what he just did. I can't lie about it, okay? Let's see if I can survive. Oh, actually, that war... Oh, my goodness! Wow! Okay! Hey, that was pretty decent. Oh, wait, should I... Guys, he lost a Cyclone. YOLO. Please didn't... I hope he didn't make another one. Oh, my goodness, this is very greedy. Let's see. Oh, he made a tank, guys! He lost a Cyclone and he didn't make a second one. Oh, this is brutal. He's attacking his own barracks by accident, by the way, or his own factory, rather. I think... Yeah, he went for his interference matrix. It just finished, but... He's still gonna need something to kill it. Like, I can just fly around. Look at this. Oh, this is brutal. The Marines are not doing any damage. I'm actually about to get Yamato. He does have another interference matrix if he wants it. Okay, there. He's really just trying to buy as much time as possible. I can actually go across right now. Right? With my tank and whatever I have. Did I make a 3rd base yet? I did make a 3rd base. Let's see. Okay, so he's gonna start making Vikings now. I'm sure that he started building a Cyclone already. I'm just gonna go straight for the SCVs here. Oh, the Cyclone's gonna die. It's actually trapped. He doesn't have another Matrix, the Cyclone. Oh my goodness, how is this not the freaking greatest, guys? Look at this. He's gonna lose so many. I'm gonna get another teleport at some point. I don't know if I'm gonna get it in time. Let's see, he's losing so much stuff. I have a Yamato. Let's just use the Yamato right away. He does have... Oh, he does have the Matrix. Okay, here we go. So this is going to die pretty fast. Actually, it might as well just go with everything for it. There we go. Look at this. Beautiful. Okay. Then I'm going to siege this guy over here. Do I teleport in the next one? I think I actually do. Okay, I teleported in my next BC as well, and now we go for extra starports. He's gonna lose another Cyclone to this... Oh my god, it's disgusting. I mean, this BC is gonna die, by the way, but I really just wanted to do as much damage as possible. Here we go. Oh, he's gonna lose a Viking here, I think. Let me just Yamato one of them, and then I'm gonna kill the other. I might as well kill that Raven, actually, real quick. There we go. Used an auto turret as well. And now, yeah, I mean... his follow-up setup is better than mine, that is for sure. But I have more eco than him. Now what I need to do here is make sure that I can just produce a crap ton of Vikings. That's just the main thing that I have to make sure that I do. I have 3 tanks, which is quite a lot. He can fly into my main base, which is a little bit... Actually, oh, I should have done something different. I should have... Okay, he's still at home. Okay, he could have flown into my main base and started landing those Vikings. So I should probably have gone for... a Cyclone, right? Just at least one so I can prevent him from landing. Let's see, make a couple of turrets out here, get a sensor tower as well. Just make... I think mass Vikings for now will probably do the trick. I don't think I need to make another BC just yet. That is so crazy. I mean, obviously we got a bit fortunate with how everything played out, but the Battlecruiser rush actually freaking worked against the player of Spirit's caliber. Now... Does that mean we're gonna win this game for sure? Definitely not. But, okay, I think, to be honest, teleporting in the second BC, it's hard to tell. I would legit need map hacks to be able to tell you guys if that was value or not, because his eco was already, you know, quite damaged. Then we made sure that it took even more damage, so it kind of becomes a little bit of a snowball. At the same time, it's really hard to tell if, you know, it was worth it or not, because it is a whole BC we lost. We're not going to be able to get that many more BCs out. Okay, so he's just going to go full macro from this point on. Yeah. What do I need to do here? Probably just not build many things besides air units. So I think we can stop building tanks as well. I can even fly my barracks across, why not? And then just make another command center, follow his lead, get my air upgrades, and this is probably going to be a... Well, not necessarily a super long game, but just... It's gonna draw out, right? Like, it's gonna take a while for many things to happen here. Let's see, does he have upgrades? He doesn't have upgrades on the tanks, which makes sense. These Marines, are they useful? I'm actually not 100% sure about it. I mean, it's like a little bit of DPS on the air army, right? But you wouldn't imagine that it's gonna have that much value. Hey, based on how he's playing, I'm kind of wondering if we can still go for a turret push. Kind of similar to what we did against that Protoss the other day. Because if he doesn't have a big ground army, then I can just build turrets in front of his base and siege, and it's gonna be pretty hard for him to deal with. Okay, so there's a base. I would love to see if he has... Okay, so there's Medivacs, right? So he's definitely playing bio, or he just wants to go for like a weird... Yeah, no, it is indeed bio. He only has 1 upgrade. Can I kill one of those? That would be nice. He had armor, right? I don't know. For some reason I thought it was armor, but it looks like it was just a regular attack. How much do I have? It's actually a very decent amount of Vikings. Yeah, the biggest problem is that he's gonna have 4 interference matrices, okay? And I have 5 tanks. I was kind of thinking that he was playing some kind of weird mech as well. Doesn't seem like that was quite the case, though. Yeah, this is a very scary move out here. I'm not convinced of this move out at all, I can tell you guys that much. He has... Yeah, he does have 4 interference matrices. Okay. Let's see. I'm just going to siege over here. If I get the Yamatos, then that's going to be extremely nice. Is that a... No, it's not actually a planetary. Okay, let's see. Just gonna go over here. If I get Yamatos on the Ravens, then all of a sudden we're chilling, I think. Oh, that is quite brave. He actually lost one of those instantly. Here we go. Okay, there we go. I got the Yamatos on the Ravens, so now he... Yeah, this is actually quite nice here. Because now the BC is tanking for the Vikings. Look at this. This is why BCs are good against this, by the way. Because the BC tanks for the Vikings, all my Vikings get to shoot the real units. Now, I do think I... Actually, no, it's a decent fight here. Let's see. Okay. He's not over here. I think I'm gonna need a couple of extra starports. Super even trade, actually. Maybe I could have waited for my 1-1. But I think it was okay to go in there. Like, it looked pretty good to me. Okay, is he gonna go for the land? I need to play this super carefully. I don't want to lose these tanks for free. That would be pretty much a disaster. Okay. That is actually gonna be pretty alright here. I just need to keep vision, I think. Let's see. Oh, no, we did lose vision just barely at the end. Do I have one more tank available? Ah, it's really only 1. No, I don't think it's actually enough here. Thank goodness I have these freaking turrets, by the way. The turrets are actually so god tier right now. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go in here. Actually, I can repair this Battlecruiser as well. Really not the craziest. Look at that BC. Oh my goodness, the BC! No way! It actually survived all the way through. That is crazy. That is literal crazy talk right there. Oh my goodness. Can I fly this away and save it? Probably not right now. I think he's probably going to get that. Okay. The BC does have 1-1 right now, so it's actually going to be strong enough. Okay, let's see. That is going to be cleaned up. I still have a decent amount of SCVs. Do I have more somewhere? A couple of over here, which is nice. Yeah, I mean, realistically, I do think we have lost this game. It's really hard to tell. Like, I don't think I really killed that many SCVs at all, right? I mean, at the start we did, of course. Why did you kill us? That's pretty funny. Obviously, he knows it's me, right? I feel like there's no way he would say that to just a random dude on the ladder. That's great. Okay. I did kill his ravens. That is very, very nice. The problem is that I lost my siege tank count. I am kind of surprised. I definitely misread this game a couple times. I was surprised that he had... Oh, that's way too many Vikings. Oh, that sucks. That he had so many Vikings, despite it looking like he was just going to go for bio with the medevacs. I think the fact that I saw the one medevac actually really tricked me there, right? Okay, let me try to repair these. Yeah, I don't have enough tanks over here, so GG is going to have to be called. And now I really want to go back and analyze this game just a little bit, because I'm so curious about what the state of this game was and stuff. Like, my opening wasn't necessarily that economical, right? Yeah, he had 10 more S. How many did he kill? He killed 3 only. Okay, so after 3, we started doing damage, right? So he killed 3 SCVs, meaning he was up by 6 because he played Reaper Expand. Then I got this BC that brought me back, right? The economy here is the same, but I do lose the BC for it. Here, oh, that actually didn't kill much. I feel like this attack might have been a really bad idea as well. Losing a tank and all those units over here. Yeah, okay, so this was a bit of a mistake. The first BC was definitely good. The first BC was 100% good. This one only got 5 kills. Okay, so basically, with this final part of the attack, we threw the game away a little bit. Like here, I lost a tank, 3 Marines or something, and a Cyclone for very little. This BC did make sure that it didn't have that much eco, right, as you can see, but it's only momentary, and you can tell I didn't have this base yet. Well, his third was already finished. So maybe if we didn't teleport in this second BC and we saved those units we had early on, it would have been quite different. And this is also a big reason why. Like, notice how greedy he's playing at this point, right? 2 reactors, 2 barracks, sensor tower, double upgrade stim, and he's not even producing any units. So by throwing that BC away, I gave him a little bit too much freedom. 4th command center at like 80 supply as well, still not really making units, and that's what allowed him to get so many Vikings as well at some point. So really well played by him. He read the situation very well. We made a couple mistakes. I think I probably got a little bit excited that our Battlecruiser was actually worked, and it still did, by the way. The first BC teleporting in 100% worked. He won the game against us, but then again, you know, 6.5k Terran. Fantastic game. Let's go play another one. Game number 3 is against Pylon Power, a Grandmaster Protoss. Now, even though we played a Protoss before, I feel like this game is going to be different than the first one. I mean, unless this guy's also going to cannon rush me, then, you know, we might as well go for the same thing. Thanks. I guess it's a compliment. I don't know, because I was indeed a bit higher than him. Let's see. Do you want to play customs? No, thank you. I was going to say nah, but it felt a little bit too harsh. I didn't want to let him down viciously, you know, so I gave him the no thank you instead. It really doesn't make a difference, honestly, but please give me advice after the game. What if he beats me? Do I tell him, you won because you played wrongly, man. You should do this and let me win next time. This guy has no faith in himself. Okay, this is interesting. I love how we went for playing a 6-5 Terran to a 5-1 toss, and the first one was just, I mean, we did well, right, in the last game, to be honest, even though we lost, but we were just having fun. He was having a bit of fun as well, and now we're playing against the other side of the MMR, because the last guy was plus 700, this guy's minus 700, and he's like, please give me advice after I lose. It's like nothing even happened yet. I mean, I guess I appreciate the learning mindset here, but not sure how much he's gonna learn from hopefully getting owned by a Battlecruiser build, but I guess we'll see. You know, I have been wanting to experiment a little bit with some more mech playstyles against Protoss. I don't know if I can go for both mech and Battlecruisers. And I know that sounds a little weird, because if you think about BCs, you kind of imagine that, you know, you play mech with it, right? BC into bio. It's pretty normal composition, actually, but obviously mech sounds a little more, yeah, fitting, I suppose. But if you play BCs and you go mech, I really don't know how you're gonna beat like a simple Zealot Stalker army. Like, I think the opponent can just take 10 bases, make Zealots and Stalkers, and nothing you have is really that good against it, so it doesn't sound that great to me, but I guess we'll see. I could also go for later BCs. That was another idea that I had, that I play like, I don't know, 3 factory first. Let's say 3 CCs, 3 factory, something like that. And then go for BCs after, playing like a big late game. Now, in this episode, we really want to rush BCs, right? So that's not going to happen here. But it's something to potentially experiment with in the future. Now, how do I want to do this? I kind of like going for the Cyclone first. It was in the practice video where I started trying fast Cyclone and... what was it? Fast Speed Banshee, that's what it was. And I really like that one, so maybe now we can try Cyclones into BC. It seems like the probe is not gonna come back, so I'll just send that across. Doesn't work out perfectly, can't start my Cyclone right away. Oh, I did the thing again. Okay, well, good thing I noticed. I still don't think it's happened where I don't notice it for like an absolute eternity. It's, I explained it a while ago, you guys might have forgotten it by now. What happened is that I changed keyboards and it has a different layout. So now the button for, I think it's the button for starport, so 6, right, is next to T right now. So I very easily press it when I'm trying to hotkey the starport. I stop the SCV from building it or whatever. Something like that anyway. Because my number keys are 1 more to the left or something like that. It's a lot of times I just notice the problem. I don't know exactly why it happens. For this one it seems somewhat clear, but yeah, oh, that's a crazy move by him. He could lose both of these, by the way. Barely not, I think. Let's see. Oh, okay, wait, a Reaper. Where did it go? Oh, I should have caught that with my Reaper. That's a little bit of a mistake there by me. Where did it go? Hello? Okay, I guess I'm blind. Huh, interesting. Happens to the best, I guess. Let's see, I'm gonna get a tank out here. Ideally, I go for a Battlecruiser tank push this game. That's a lot of Stalker. He did get... that was actually very interesting. He got a Twilight Council after the second gateway, which is really not what you normally do. I kind of feel like scouting around the edges of the map a little bit. It's just... nothing in particular that I want to find, but I guess my instinct just telling me his build looks weird. So it makes me want to see if there's something I'm missing. Definitely gonna get the bunker out here. I'm gonna cancel those 2 Marines to make a BC, which is a little crazy, but that's okay. Obviously, my entire strategy is a little bit crazy, so checks out, I guess. What is the perfect setup here? I think it's going to be pushing with the tanks. Hopefully he makes a 3rd base. Okay, first of all, pushing with my tanks on his 3rd base while teleporting the BC in the main. If he attacks me with 4-gate blink, that's gonna mean a little bit of trouble, I think. Let's see, please. Okay, there's indeed a base. That is very, very pleasant to find out. Stalkers still at home, perhaps? Stalkers are still at home. Okay. I guess maybe he was expecting me to go for like a classic mine drop or something like this. I feel like we're set up perfectly right now. I'm not quite sure if you guys have noticed anything that would allow me to say that, but what I feel like is he is taking 3rd base. He was chilling at home for a long time. My BC is gonna come in at a very annoying timing for him. Now he's gonna be distracted by the Cyclone. Gonna take 3 SCVs with this. Let's see. 3 Stalkers at home. Probably, yeah, I was gonna say, that's not all of them. Hey, BC can actually defend the Stalker, look at this! Have you guys seen this before? He did it, if he had 8 Stalkers, it would have been a different story, but my BC can actually deal with that. Okay, now my army is on the way. What do I make next? I'm gonna teleport in the main base, just like I said, that is for sure. There's a couple Stalkers over here, that's gonna be unpleasant for him, because keep in mind, he has to pay attention to that freaking BC in his main base. Now I'm gonna start Battlecruiser number 2. He is going to probably come back there with his Stalkers. I think going for this base is the smartest idea, right? I'm just going to stand right over here. I'm going to try to get a bunker out. Don't want to leave my tanks too unattended. Yeah, he can't fight that at all. Oh, maybe I should have... Actually, I had 2 mules available. That's perfect. Should have launched the depot is what I wanted to say. Now the BC should go back in. Let's get Yamato as well. Stalkers are probably moving over here so he can exactly do that. Blink in with absolutely everything. He's going to be losing more probes now. And now my mission is basically to not die to the counterattack. I'm surprised that he... Wait. Yo, a couple of Stalkers there on the backhand. These Marines actually popped off, by the way. These Marines have 7 kills. That's probably 7 probes dead to those 2. This Battlecruiser is still alive with 16 kills. We're going to move it back to the corner. And now, what is really cool about this... is that I think now playing mech is actually the correct decision. because I can't really get bio out anymore, because for bio you need all the upgrades, right? I mean, making Marines without stim and combat shields later on the game, really not going to be that fantastic. Look at this Marine. Can I get another one? Oh, wait, if I can get myself with this little... Look. Okay. Oh, he has to run away. This is a lot of mining time. This looks so dumb. Let's see, I'm not going to be able to get that one, I'm afraid. Yeah, I just have to make sure to survive, and I think mech is now the correct idea. I need to play very, very passive here, that is for sure. This tank is going to go over there. Still have 2 BCs available. In fact, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to teleport this one in the other dead space. Let's see, there's... Oh, he was hiding over there. That's very sneaky by him. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to attack here for a second, fly back, and then this BC is going to go in. He probably blinked after my Battlecruiser, and now my BC is going to be over here. He does have a recall available. He's not going to use it. He's actually... Okay, I was a little greedy here. I thought I would be okay for sure, but it's going to be close. Oh, that's a pretty big mistake. I didn't even want to say that it was a big mistake, just because I was sad about it. It was definitely a big mistake. Yeah, just a little greedy by me. I mean, we did kill a lot of workers, but obviously, got to be careful with your BCs. Maybe I can hit up the natural right now. I got to be super, super careful now, because this is my... I could Yamato, but it's kind of dumb. You can blink away from Yamato, by the way, if you didn't know. It's a little bit of a micro trick to it. Like, you don't want to Yamato blindly. Basically, the way it works is if... Or you don't want to blink blindly, sorry. If you blink away before the Yamato's like officially launched, like when you still see the animation on the Battlecruiser, I guess. If you blink away that moment, the Yamato still follows you. If you blink away the moment the Yamato is already released, then the Yamato actually gets dodged by the blink. So if you know how to do it, you're going to dodge it every single time. If you don't, you're never going to dodge it, probably. So that is what you have to do. And I'm sure that this Grandmaster Protoss is going to know how to do it, so don't really want to bother with that. Now, unfortunately for me, he's not attacking me. I was kind of hoping that he would go for some kind of desperate attack, not realizing that he would be able to just probe up viciously, but he's going to stay back at home, and it's going to make this game a little more complicated for me, I think. At least, you have to be careful overestimating your position against Zealot Stalker stuff, but I feel like we would have been able to defend it. Don't actually have that many Marines for those bunkers, but it's a pretty nice decoration anyway, I guess, for the base. Okay, so I have 2 extra BCs over here. I can put down a planetary there. I am not convinced that it's smart yet, actually. Oh, he's gonna go for it. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. Okay, here we go. Let's target... Oh, no. Those stalkers are... Yeah, that's... No. Ouch. That blink forward was not it. And now these BCs are just gonna be chilling. Does he still have... Wait, he actually moved every single stalker to the front. Wow. And I'm gonna blink in over here. I'm gonna do something a little crazy because we just killed all of his stalkers. I think what we can do is we can just teleport in here with the BCs. Look at this. He doesn't have enough stalkers to chase these. I can Yamato that. Don't really want to. GG is going to be called. And we have indeed beaten him. What did I do wrong? That's a lot of... I need to think about it. That actually sounded a little bit rude. Not the best build order, because he made gates before twilight. And you died to the BC by being greedy with the probes. Twilight first? Oh, okay. Well, then I was wrong. Oh, okay, my bad. But then just play better, I guess. No, I mean, seriously, it's pretty hard to see without watching the replay. Try watching the replay, my friend. There you go. Late third, 8 stalkers. Well, it's more about mispositioning the units and stuff, but it is what it is. Alright, well, I mean, if he's gonna, you know, keep staying in the game, I'm not gonna make you guys look forever. So that is gonna be it. Maybe I'll watch the replay and tell you guys what he did wrong as well in the next game, but... yeah, I don't really want to drag you guys out of forever killing all of his building with a couple BCs, so that was it for game number 3. Let's go play a final one. Okay, the final game is against Celsius. Now, this is going to be an interesting one, because this guy is a massive cheeser, so this is going to be basically like game number 1, but the Zerg edition. I guess I'm going to have to figure out how to... I could go for 1 base BC, I think, against this guy. Sounds freaking crazy, but I think I can actually do it. Anyway, last game, I checked the replay. And the guy's mistakes were actually extremely simple. Now, I want to bring up something else real quick, because after I, you know, transitioned you guys to the next game, he made a comment. It's like, oh my god, I'm so freaking awful at this game, or whatever. Just a little bit of something I've noticed for you guys is that, in my experience, people that say stuff like that about themselves or to themselves, they don't actually end up getting any better. And it's really not because of the lack of skills or talent or whatever, but the way you talk to yourself is actually very important. And, you know, no matter what you actually think, like maybe you think you suck, it is still, I don't know exactly how that works, but it's still somehow important to not, first rat account, my only one. It's still important to not talk to yourself like that, you know? Like if you know, make what, because his mistakes were really simple. Nope. Well, yeah, I guess, but it's been a long time. His mistakes were extremely simple. So first of all, when you play PvT, okay, you always want to see your opponents move out, because what you do is, especially if you play Blink, which is pretty much what everyone plays, you put 4 Stalkers in front of your opponent's base and you just kite the Marines one by one, right? Wait, what the hell is this? Is this guy on crack? What is he talking about? I am so confused. Rat accounts. I mean, I have another account called Rat Gameplay. Maybe that's what he's talking about, but that account's like 6.4k MMR. So, I mean, no offense, but I don't think he has played against that one. This guy, like, my 7th Rat account? What on earth is he talking about? I'm actually so confused right now. But yeah, so, just to finish my story, because it's getting a little bit incoherent at this point. You guys are probably used to that from me, but anyway. You want to always have a spotter in front of your opponent's base when you're playing PvT. What he did is he put the Observer and the Stalkers in my main base with that blink in, so he just didn't miss the move out and he couldn't kite my stuff. That's pretty big problem in PvT. And then the other thing was just that he didn't pull his probes away from the BC. So even before he attacked it for the first time, he lost 11 probes to it. Oops. And yeah, he was just pretty much dead after. So his mistakes were extremely simple, really. And any Protoss player would have struggled in that position, right? And probably should have lost unless I suck, which is possible, right? But yeah, he was super hard on himself for basically no reason. And that was honestly the biggest mistake out of all those things, because he could look at the replay and ask anyone and they would tell him, oh, just literally put your Observer here and that's it. But instead he's like, I'm the absolute worst, and then it's just not going to get any better, you know? So be kind to yourself, please. There's no reason to be upsetting spaghetti, no matter if you're gold or grandmaster or whatever. Mistakes are made, you know? I make a lot of mistakes. Cyril makes mistakes. It really doesn't matter, you know? Hey, I'm a little bit afraid of this guy because he could go for like some roaches or something, and then that would be potentially problematic. I could make... Oh yeah, well there you go. I was gonna say I could make Marauders. It's a little late for that, actually. Let's see, 3 roaches. I would imagine that that's going to be... Dude, I'm making a fusion core against this. What's wrong with me? Oh my god. Oh, it's a lot of okay, well, actually, that amount of roaches means that his follow-up is absolutely non-existent, I think. Hey, call me crazy, I don't think this is so bad, though. Now I got the Widow Mines coming up. He's gonna try to use... Oh, that's gonna be a fat one. Okay, there we go, good on Burrow. Actually, that mine didn't shoot, surprisingly. Okay, let me do the exact same thing again. There we go. He's gonna keep using Zerglings until... You know, the Widow Mines are... Oh, I'm just gonna fire those. Oh, wait, they actually killed both? Oh my goodness, that's kind of crazy. I still think we're fine, by the way. But, yeah, it's getting a little bit tricky, because I'm gonna have to pull 1 million SCVs to deal with this. And that's gonna be a little unpleasant. I'm still trying to make a freaking Battlecruiser. He's probably gonna laugh at me when he sees the freaking Battlecruiser attempt. Oh, that's gonna be a nasty surround, though, with the SCVs. Look at that, that's beautiful. Let me try targeting the Ravager, split from that Corrosive Bile. Pretty hard to see there, actually, but we got it. Now we pull all the workers back, and then we are chilling again. Now, he didn't have link speed. Okay, I'm gonna do something absurd. He didn't have link speed, so I'm going to make my BC anyway. This is really not the timing in which you would normally start a Battlecruiser. I am extremely aware of that fact, but we gotta do it, guys, you know. Come on, it's me. What else am I gonna do here, guys? Obviously, I'm gonna make a Battlecruiser. Yeah, okay, that's a close dodge. The range on that Ravager is freaking annoying, by the way. Now, because I know this guy, I'm pretty sure he's just making more and more freaking links and whatever behind this. Probably gonna try and get a massive link flood in or something like that. In fact, I would bet, not that much actually, 5 internet points. Or $50 cents, how about that? I'm not gonna go too high on this one because I'm not actually that sure. I'm gonna bet 5 internet points that he's making link speed instead of more roaches, and he's gonna try to just run it with 1 million links. I think that's the plan. I'm, however, gonna teleport a Battlecruiser in his base, and he's probably gonna die to it. He's just trying to bait me. Like, I play like this. Oh. Let's see. Show me the links. Ah, there they are. There's no links. I'm going to win this fight, though. Actually, maybe I can even save that Marauder. And then I'm going to teleport the BC in his base. No! Oh, I betrayed my guy. But yeah, he's making a lair? Okay, I didn't bet for that. Why on earth is it? Yeah, GG. I mean, I was right about that part. Why is there a lair? Well, he actually had 34 drones. Hey, not bad. I mean, he was dead regardless, right? Because the attack didn't do enough damage, but... Huh. Hey, he kind of surprised me here. I really didn't think he was the kind of guy to ever transition. Look at this. This is why I was so confident, by the way. It's 2 orbitals, 23 SUVs against 14 drones. That's why I was like, okay, he took too long. I'm going to be able to pull 1 million workers and we're fine. But I really didn't think he was ever going to transition. So I lost 5 internet points to whoever took that bet. So what did he play without queens? No, okay, my brain was about to explode. He did skip this queen. He canceled it to make the lair, by the way. All right. Well, that is 4 dubs with the Battlecruisers. We played against a cannon rusher and a kind of, like, it's not even 1 base. It's like a 0.5 base Zerg cheeser. We won 2 games in between. No, we actually lost 1 against Spirit. I count it as a win because it went so well, but it was obviously a loss. And then we won against a guy that was very unhappy with himself. Hope he's a little bit kinder to himself. And hopefully you guys are going to be kinder to yourself as well in the future. Because I know I do the same sometimes, by the way. I know it's really hard to be nice to yourself whenever you play a crap game of Starcraft. It is how it is. But anyway, that's going to be it for today. Hope you guys had a fantastic time with me today. If you did, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one. Adios.